I would like to talk about you again. Charity. You are so big on charities, and you have various, and you actually a leader at some of them. Can we talk about how you invest your energy and your love in the community?
Oh, well, thank you for asking. And that, Lucy, is one of the pillars that we are so incredibly proud of here at Cal Properties. We have a charitable foundation, and it's been in existence for 23 years. Since its inception here, for just California Properties, we have raised over $7 million. In large part from our agents that give a portion of their commission each time they sell something or close something. It funds the foundation, and then we have 5 chapters because we cover about 260 meandering coastal miles tip to toe, from Santa Barbara down to Chula Vista, 10 miles due north of the Mexican border, and everywhere in between. So we have 5 chapters of the foundation. They all meet monthly, and they vet grant requests, and based on what their chapter has raised with these contributions and special fundraising events that we also do, they are able to give grants into the local communities, the communities they serve. So we do a ton of work in that. So I'm very, very proud. In fact, I remember when I kept getting promoted here, I said, I'll take the promotion as long as I get to be involved in the foundation. They said, absolutely, Martha. So it is a big part of who we are. And we are so incredibly proud of all of the volunteers. It's 100% volunteer based, and about 98% of what we raise actually makes it to the beneficiaries. So we're very proud of that.
That's fantastic. Would you please mention your foundations?
Mention them?
Yeah.
Oh, our foundation leaders?
No, not foundation leaders, but the like, for example, you have
the foundations we give to.
Yeah, Team Real Heart.
Yes, absolutely. And Team Real Heart is separate and apart, but the good news is, and thank you for bringing that up, Lucy, is that all of our 5 chapters got involved with Team Real Heart. So Team Real Heart was an initiative. My right hand, Ashley Thomas, she's just a wonderful woman. And she said, Martha, you've got to take this meeting with American Heart Association. And I said, Ashley, I am so busy, I can't do another initiative. She goes, this one you're going to want to listen to. I said, okay, I'll listen. So I sat down and I was at a Zoom meeting with these executives from the American Heart Association. They said, we're watching your company on social media. You're really knocking it out of the park. So many followers. You're making a difference. We would like you to be a woman of impact for the American Heart Association. And I said, wow, I'm honored. But first of all, we would need to be a company of impact because I can't do this alone. I need my team. And we've got amazing people in marketing as well as Ashley and so many others. Could I approach this as a team? And we would absolutely love to help you. The market's a little rough right now. And this was, months and months ago. And I said, so I'm all about awareness of heart disease. And within this conversation that we had with these executives, they said, have you been touched by heart disease, either personally or through a loved one? And it hit me like a ton of bricks. We lost 2 agents to sudden heart attacks. One while he was showing property, and a very dear friend of mine, and the other one, a very dear friend of mine, and somebody that worked and did all of our event planning. They both had sudden heart attacks and died. We had a manager that became aware that he had serious heart issues and came close to dying. I had a next door neighbor at 60 years old, a woman, have a sudden heart attack and die. And my brother, who's a physician and an extremely fit individual, was diagnosed with heart disease. 5 people in 1 year. And I said, someone's trying to tell me something. Yes, I will get involved in American Heart Association. It is near and dear to my heart, and and the hearts of everybody in our offices and in our corporate office, as well as our branch offices, as well as our agent population. In fact, when I got involved in this, and when we got involved and we started doing some social media on it, I had hundreds, Lucy, hundreds of emails from our Berkshire Hathaway family. And I have goosebumps telling me, I lost my sister at 29. I lost my father. I lost my child has congestive heart failure. All of these things that I said, my goodness, this is really important for us to get these warnings out. And the gist of it was women's heart health. And so because we had lost some men, I said, obviously make this broader and cover men as well. They said, absolutely, you do whatever you want.
We have to be equal.
We have to be equal, men and women. We all
want to live.
We all have hearts, right? We all need to take care of our hearts. So they said yes, and it just took off, and it was remarkable. Just not even trying, Lucy. We raised $35,000 from people saying, I want to get involved. What can I do? I want to do this. We did CPR classes in our corporate office, in all of our branch offices. There are so many volunteers out there that are ready, willing, and able. And we learned staggering statistics. One that I never knew until I got involved, and that was for women's heart health. This was a 9-week period that we focused on, and we really blasted this information out, that heart disease, cardiovascular disease in women, and deaths from cardiovascular disease eclipsed all 3 female cancers combined as the #1 cause of death for women over 40.
That's incredible.
Isn't that incredible? It's staggering. It made me go to a cardiologist and get a scan. In fact, I did my Monday Morning Minute. I did it live. I interviewed my cardiologist. I said, what should women be looking for? I took a video of myself doing a stress test and what you need to do. It's quite simple to diagnose. If you have blockage, blockage in your arteries in your heart will result in a heart attack. Blockage in your arteries up to your brain will result in a stroke. So none of us know if we're walking around with blockage. And it's so easy after the age of 40 to go into your doctor and get a screening test. And I'm hoping that we saved a life of one of our own or a loved one of one of our own.
Well, I know what I'm doing after talking to you.
I have all the information for you, Lucy.
Well,
Never
Martha,
can be so sure.
Martha, thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Gosh.
Thank you for the beautiful story and for sharing everything that's happening in your office and your stories of your regions and your leadership. It's really, really beautiful.